I thought Jordan was fantastic offensively. I mean, he just played with supreme confidence and really gave us just a huge burst with his scoring. And I told him after, what we got to see next is the defensive effort improve. He gave up a couple of back cuts for layups and made a couple of mistakes in rotation, and that's just his next step, in becoming a great player. But the signs of his confidence are they're not even signs anymore. He's just confident, and he's earned that. He's worked for it.
He's been doing that in camp, right? I mean,
Yeah.
maybe not that.
Yeah. No, this is what he's looked like in camp. I mean, he's just not hesitating. He's getting to the rim, just playing with unbelievable confidence. So he's, like I said, he's earned that confidence with all the work he's put in.
I'd say probably 8 of his attempts were like 4 or 5 feet behind
Yeah.
the line tonight.
Yeah.
That's obviously something you become very comfortable with that. You're pretty comfortable with that?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Jordan was 7 for 13 from 3, and he's got the green light. Yeah. Yeah, Otto was great. Between Otto and Nemanja, just the floor spacing from that big spot is completely different from what we've had the last few years. We had Mo Buckets, five years ago, who won us a bunch of games with his spacing, pick and pop, with Sean Livingston. But those were long twos. Like Mo wasn't even a three-point shooter back then, so you can see how much the game has changed. And when you can add a 4 and a 5 who can shoot threes the way those two guys can, the whole floor opens up. Nemanja had 6 assists. Otto made 4 threes, got to the line. So both guys made a huge impact tonight. Yeah. Yeah, especially after seeing them for the last week. I didn't know a ton about Otto. He's been in the East his whole career, so I haven't seen him live that often. But the thing that has jumped out in camp is that he knows how to play. You can see all these guys do. Whether you're talking, Nemanja or Otto, Avery Bradley, Jonathan got the ball into the middle of the paint 3-4 times and kicked it out, and we ended up with wide open threes. It's going to be a really fun team to coach because they're unselfish and they understand the game really well. So it's exciting. Yeah, I mean, that's everything as a coach. You just, when you have a team that knows how to play and willingly is giving up the ball to the next open guy, it's beautiful to watch, but it also generates a chemistry that is tough to deny. It's just, we had 32 assists. We had a lot of open looks. First half that didn't go down, but the ball was humming, and I haven't said one word to the group about how many threes we're trying to take. This is not anything that I've done analytically, like we're doing this, we're doing that. We just have a roster with a lot of floor spacing, and we're moving the ball and getting good looks, so it's fun to watch.
Even if there's not a number, obviously the indication tonight, 69 attempted threes, is you probably are going to take a ton this year.
Yeah.
You expect that.
Yeah, we're going to take a ton of threes this year. But a big part of that, I think, is adding Belly and Otto, because just having bigs who shoot and having bigs who shoot and pass, it stretches the floor, and then it opens up driving lanes because guys are having to close out, and once you put it on the floor and move it against a a defense that has to recover, you're going to get open looks.
What do you think of Wiggs tonight, particularly Nurkic?
Wiggs.
Yeah.
I thought Wiggs was great. He made a couple of great back cuts to the rim. His first half stretch was really solid, and obviously he represents our most athletic wing defender, and so we're going to ask him to guard all the toughest wings this year. He proved last year that he's ready for that. So
I don't think the bench was more animated at any other point on that.
yeah, they were really into it. Like I said, it's a really good group. They're pulling for each other, playing together, and it's going to be a fun group to coach and a fun team to watch for our fans.
How do you feel about how they all kind of rally around him in the past couple of weeks, showing the support they made and the fact they all kind of seem on the same page?
Still not talking about the vaccination. Next question.
You didn't play the rookie till late third. What was all that besides Poole early? I mean, is that kind of your expectation going into the season rotationally? Very bad.
Yeah. I mean, they're Jonathan and Moses are so young. They got a bunch of guys ahead of them who have been in this league and know what they're doing. So they've got to earn their time for sure. So we'll see how it all plays out. But we're chasing wins this year.
Was there any significance to Jordan getting the start tonight?
Was there any what?
Significance to Jordan getting the start tonight?
The significance is that he's one of our best players. So, I think what we have to determine is how he holds up defensively, with the different lineups he's playing with, but you got a guy that explosive, you got to get him on the floor as much as possible. He and Steph were a great pairing last year, actually our number one duo from an analytics perspective, and so we know they play well together, and if they can hold up defensively, then they're going to be out there a lot together.
Were there any other pairings or rotations that had ride tonight, guys who worked well together?
I thought everybody worked well together. I really did. I mean, I can't speak highly enough of the entire group in terms of constantly looking to move the ball onto the next guy, and that's what this game is all about: is passing, sharing the ball, because of not only the impact it makes on the defense, forcing the defense to make decisions and move, but also the impact it has on chemistry. Guys, when guys pass to each other, they like playing with one another, and it's a great sign.